Oh my goodness.
Welcome to the Empty Wagon Fantasy Football Podcast. It is Brad, it is Eric, and it is Josh over here.
Nice, you got to do it the right way. Yeah,
getting this mirrored stuff down. We are live on the Facebook again. Week 6 is in the books. Some
mostly
games happened. It was a blast. It was fun.
No, it wasn't. It was terrible.
I mean, there were some good games out there.
It was. Yeah, there were a few good games. Yes,
that Titans game was great.
There were some games that weren't good games,
Texans.
but they had fantasy. Kirk Cousins did his best Blake Bortles impression.
Oh, the garbage man can.
Did he break even in Scott Fishbowl? I'm curious.
Oh, probably. He didn't have that many incompletions.
In
the first half, he only had 3 balls hit the ground.
24 for 36, 343 yards, and 3 tutters. With 2 2-point conversions and then the 3 INTs. But he was looking real trash. Luckily, he saved me from one of my hero selections. So I feel pretty
I don't know if I'd call him a hero with that stat line, but that's fine.
Fantasy wise, we're not talking about real football. We're talking about
26.72 points and 4-point passing leads. So
right, but if you're in Scott Fishbowl, he probably got you nothing. So.
We're not doing Scott Fishbowl here, boys. This is the Empty Wagon.
We didn't get invited. I tried to invite us
this year.
Ooh, buddy.
Next year, probably a lock.
We got a Facebook user. I don't know who it is, but they're coming in hot with Dad for president 2020.
Yeah, I'm down. I'd vote for him.
All right.
What was your favorite game to watch? Was it the Tennessee game this week?
Oh, yeah.
By far. Yeah, it was great.
It
came down to the wire, and Derrick Henry was unbelievable. Will Fuller showed up.
They just said on that in that last touchdown. Okay, we're giving the ball to Derrick Henry. Why are we even letting Tannehill touch it first? Let's just put him in the Wildcat and let him do his thing.
That was very smart. It's the best way to do it. He's so good. He is so good at football.
So
he's so good.
So I had it on Fantasy Zone, and I got an update on my phone that he had 202 yards. And then I got an update that he broke a 94-yard run. And I was like, oh my God, he tied the record. He tied Peterson's record. And then like everything finally caught up. And I was like, oh, he's got 202 yards.
So did you guys see? So Derrick Henry, since 2018, he has 3 200-yard rushing games. The rest of the NFL has 3.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That's fair.
It's ridiculous.
Lamar
Jackson, is he back? He ran for almost 100. He threw for over 100. Touchdown both. I mean, he had a nice long run too, where he just ran up the middle and just whoop, whoop.
So did Daniel Jones. So I mean,
Daniel Jones is spry.
He's spry.
He faked the whole camera out. The cameras thought that they didn't even. No one knew they had a ball. It was very good. Good.
He threw a touchdown pass.
There were some big runs this week. It was good. That part was really good. But a lot of teams that should have performed well didn't, or quarterbacks were supposed to form well. Like it was kind of an upside down week from that perspective.
It was. So I've came to the conclusion that because I have Kirk Cousins and I have Phillip Rivers in the FSA, whichever one I bench will have the better week. It happens every time. Whenever I start Kirk Cousins, Phillip Rivers throws touchdown passes. When I start Rivers, they don't do nothing.
Yep, that sounds about right.
Speaking of SFA, I can't even say it. Josh, talk to these guys about FSA.
I mean, we're under FSA. You can see the logo in the screen right there. Boom. Fantasy Sports Alliance, guys. Obviously, you're checking them out on Facebook if you're watching this broadcast. But if you're listening to it as a podcast, you can go check them out on Facebook. You can check us out at Twitter, Instagram, the website, fsa-fr.com. We're all part of it now. And I know you're thinking, well, football season's already over. I mean, I can't sign up now. No, you can't sign up now. But you can start looking at what's going on. There are broadcasts now from 3 different shows on this channel and on YouTube, Fantasy Sports Alliance. So there's recaps going on. There's news, fantasy information. There's also just a straight recap from the Average Bros. And they give previews as well. So I think this is your one-stop shop. I mean, this is becoming a conglomerate if you will, for fantasy sports and everything football. So please come check us out. Fantasy Sports Alliance, FSA-FR.com. Brian is the Prez. It's going to be at PrezFSA. That's him. Check it out on Facebook. We love you guys. You can see it in the clicker in the bottom. Boom, boom, boom. If you're just listening to this, check out the Facebook so you can really see what's going on.
The YouTube. We got so much going on today. I'm gonna be a little bit out of it because I'm making moves happen right now. But
yeah.
Also, I do want to talk about some of the sponsors. I want to talk about Football Darts. FootballDarts.com. Go check them out. They take the strategy of football, mix it in with the skill of darts. And then, like I said, we've said many times here, they have a collegiate license. Always have a problem with that word. Don't know why. So if you got your college team and you got your man cave and you want your dartboard, and you're an avid football fan, why not go with Football Darts?
It's because none of us have graduated college.
Very easy to play.
Not yet.
Okay, Josh, you don't have to be so negative about it.
We'll get there someday.
I'm saying
I'm pretty sure most of the Alabama fans have not graduated college.
I agree. Alabama fans are terrible people.
Kentucky too. Let's be real.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, MJ, she's on YouTube, but yeah, Football Darts. They're at Target now, right?
Oh yeah,
you can get them on.
Yeah, Brian said there are a few
Target and
places.
Wayfair, I think.
Yeah. Football Darts is amazing.
Yeah,
absolutely love them.
Grab you some SEC stuff and light it on fire. Be great. What?
All right.
We got Damien just saying, you want to be a part of FSA. Great things are happening here. That's true. It's just a great place to play football.
They are.
Play fantasy football.
Absolutely.
All right. Let's get into some of this news that happened this week. It's 2020, right? So it wouldn't be a week if we weren't talking about star players getting hurt.
Of course not.
Every week, dude.
Every week.
Every
week.
And then the guys you pick up to play for them, like Greg Ward and all these other cast-offs and no-namers, they don't show up. Or they played well last week, and you managed to grab them on waivers this week, and then they're trash. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. Don't worry.
It's such a crap
JJ Arcega-Whiteside caught the 2-point conversion.
He didn't catch anything, though. He registered a bunch of fantasy points without getting an actual catch.
Do you want to get me started on Alexander Madison right now and his 4 points in PPR?
I'm so happy he didn't pop off, but
yeah,
oh my!
Because I dropped him in a dynasty league because I'm an idiot. But
so Miles Sanders went over his right shoulder, then went over his left shoulder and dropped the ball in the end zone. It was bad. I mean, honestly, he thought the ball would come over his outside shoulder because the defender was on the inside. Because that's usually what a quarterback does: is throw it where the defender's not. But Carson Wentz said, "No." So he had to adjust, and when he adjusted, he just wasn't in position to make the catch.
Yep.
All right, so you just brought him up. Is it time to just let Jalen Hurts play?
No.
Are you sure? Are we sure? Because they're not doing anything.
They almost came back and won that game.
Almost.
Yeah. And a lot of it was Carson Wentz. I mean,
it's his leg.
When
they let him get out and ad-lib and get him out of the pocket, he is really good.
Yeah.
He's not a pocket passer.
He's
Clearly.
not. Yeah, he's not as good as me, but he's pretty good at football.
Yeah. Nice, Josh. Nice.
Pretty good at football.
Well, MJ wants to bring something up here. She's got Claypool. He's still firing on all cylinders. Him and James Washington.
Yeah, Juju is
done. Is he done? Is he washed?
I don't.
Is he the earliest washed 22-year-old you ever seen?
I was gonna say he's 22 years old. There's no way he's washed, but it just goes to show you Pittsburgh, it kind of reminds me back when they did have Antonio Brown and Emmanuel Sanders and those guys, Hines Ward, and they had to make a decision. The decision was between Antonio Brown and some of those guys. They chose AB, and Mike Wallace went off to the Dolphins, I believe, and then Emmanuel Sanders went off and he signed with the Broncos. So they know how to get. They're the wide receiver of the NFL. They know how to get great talent, and it looks like Chase Claypool is going to be that guy, and Deontay Washington is very good at football as well. So
I want to bring up
James Washington. Deontay Johnson is good too.
There you go.
And Deontay Johnson was out.
Yeah, he was out. But it was James Washington taking over.
So I think what we see here is that Big Ben likes to go to the outside receivers. Yes. He's never been a check down guy. He's used tight ends, but never consistently, right?
He'd throw it 50 times a game.
He used to audible when they had Le'Veon Bell. He would audible out of the run to throw it to an outside guy for a back shoulder fade on the goal line. You saw it all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Juju has been thrown into the slot in this team. He is the check down. He is the safe possession receiver. And we're seeing these talented wide receivers on the outside, which is taking that role away from Juju. And I think that's where Juju's – because he doesn't have bad numbers. It's just he doesn't have any big plays ever.
No. But I think, he's still serving his part in the team, but I don't think that he'll be part of the team when this contract is up. I would be surprised because he's going to want big money. I mean, he only had 2 catches today for 6 yards. He's contributing, but he's not – I mean, when you look at what Chase Claypool had, 4 catches, 74 yards. James Washington, 4 catches for 68 yards. They both had touchdowns. It looks to me like Juju, at least this year, he is going to be a thing of the past. And it's discouraging because, he was once a big-time player.
Once was.
Yeah, when they called up that design run for Chase Claypool instead of Juju, it was like you could see that's the turning of or the passing of the torch or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, Damien, you're right. Wentz does make it harder than it needs to be, and the Steelers definitely do breed wide receivers. That's for sure. They find talent in every round for wide receivers.
So it's like a puppy mill up in Pittsburgh. Like, what is this?
Those high class puppy mills. Okay.
Yeah, they're like getting $2,000 a pup over there.
Hey.
So Joe Mixon gets vultured, and Giovanni Bernard gets his first touchdown in many years. The announcers didn't even know how far back. It's his first touchdown in.
They were like, Jamie, can you pull that up for us? And, get us those numbers, please.
It hadn't been that long, has it?
It's been, I think, 2018 was his last rushing touchdown.
Well, they keep
so he got the rushing touchdown. Joe Mixon ended up getting another touchdown because Joe Burrow also vultured another one from him on the goal line. Yep. But he went out with a foot injury.
Yeah.
Joe Mixon been kind of banged up, had the migraine issue in the beginning of the season. Are we worried about – well, what do you want to do if you're a Juju owner? Or not Juju. If you're a Mixon owner, what are you doing?
You can't really sell because he's only had that one big game. You're kind of stuck with him right now, and
he started to have a good game.
Yeah. Wait and see. Hope he puts a string together and you can sell high if you want to, or hope that they're a little bit better next year with everybody coming back. They get rid of Green. They get his money off the books. Maybe they retool the offensive line a little bit. They have better run blocking scheme, something to help him out.
Yeah. I mean, he hasn't been great. I think we can all acknowledge that. But the team as a whole hasn't been great. T. Higgins is finally starting to pop off, which it's great because, he's going to be the future one there. They looks like they got it right, a la John Ross. Thanks, John Ross. That was a real must, wasn't it? He's real fast, though. He's real fast. He's so fast he runs out of his own hamstrings. So, yeah, I mean, Joe Mixon, from a PPR standpoint, he had 14.9 points. I mean, it's not – it didn't kill you today. You would have liked to see more, especially with the team scoring 27 points. But, yeah, with the injury, you're just going to have to sit and wait. You really don't have a choice at this point. I mean, if you want to go out and try and trade him for a pick, but you're not going to get good value right now. So I think the best thing you really can do, hold on, sit tight. And if my advice is to wait for him to put a couple of games together, 2 or 3, sell high, and then run away. Never look back.
Never look back. I agree with MJ here. Mixon in a few of my leagues if I have the option to set him, he has been on my bench. You don't always have the option, but
no, you don't.
He has been one of those guys. All right, and then Raheem Mostert comes back. The 49ers, they produce running backs, but Mostert's out again with ankle.
Mm-hmm.
If you're a Mostert owner, what are you doing?
A Mostert owner?
Yeah.
You didn't pay that much to get Mostert anyway, so it's not going to kill your team.
Yeah, not detrimental to you. You probably picked up McKinnon or one of those other guys. Probably.
Well, if you went like 0 RB, he might be your number 1 RB. If you went going in wide receivers, he might have been that guy you were targeted because you could have got him a little later.
Yeah. I mean, if you took that risk, then I mean, you're not getting anything for him. So
you're not. I'm just saying, Jarrett McKinnon's probably already owned because we're going into week 7 now. Jarrett had a big game, so he's probably owned.
Really good. Yeah.
Are you going out?
Go ahead.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
I was going to say the rookie out of Baylor, he did get some run. This is Jamichael Hasty is his name. 5'9", 205 pounds. He's not a huge guy, but he got 9 carries in this game after he went out. Jerick McKinnon, they don't like to use him up, and it seems like Jamichael Hasty's a guy they are willing to use. You always got to worry about Tevin Coleman and Jeff Wilson Jr. coming back, or Jeff Wilson the third, whatever. He's one of them. So I don't know if Jamichael Hasty is going to be a thing, but if those other guys are owned, right now he's the guy to go and grab.
Yeah. Oh, so with Mixon being out also too, Mixon could be missing games. Giovanni, we've seen Gio already be used in the passing game. Is he a must buy? Is he somebody you're looking to replace maybe Miles Sanders, Raheem Mostert with Giovanni Bernard? It ain't pretty. But dude, it's a bad defense, and he's a pass catch back. Joe Burrow will check down to him.
If he's the starter, then you have to at least consider rostering him. I mean, if you've got a spot on your bench, like somebody that's disappointing you, a la AJ Green that you've been hanging on to, and you're like praying he does something for you. If you haven't dropped AJ Green yet, you need to do that.
No.
Whoa. After like the first quarter, AJ Green was like 5th in wide receivers. And what did he end up with this week?
He had 96 yards. He had 17.6 points. He was all right this week.
Today, he was all right. He hasn't been good the entire season.
He's getting work with it. And just so you know,
I think
Eric saying it, you saying it's terrible means that he's going to be amazing the rest of the season.
He'll probably be a wide receiver 1.
He might. I doubt it.
Speaking of us being terrible.
Oh, no.
You guys ready to talk about this? You ready to look at what happened with all of us? With our heroes and our villains this week? I can tell you right now, though. I'm hitting 100% on my quarterbacks. They both found Monday night, so
so I don't have to face the music yet, but I'll talk about it on Friday. Yeah.
I hit both of my quarterbacks actually, so I feel fine about that as well.
You did. You can say you didn't. Kirk Cousins is like QB, I think it's 5.
Yeah,
Today he was QB5.
That's what we're picking. It was for this week.
I know.
He's so
trash, though.
He's the garbage man, dude.
He's the garbage man. The garbage man can because he mixes it with love and makes the world taste good.
I am at 343 yards, 3 tutters, boys. That's what I'm talking about.
All right, Josh, since you brought your guys up, let's go ahead and we'll start with you and just let's run through your heroes.
Let's do it. Kirk McGirt crushed it, nailed it. I already gave you the numbers.
Crushed it. Yeah, he was great.
He was, which is good because the rest of them weren't so hot, boys. Some things went awry. I'm not proud of it. You see my running back there, David Montgomery. He had an okay game in PPR, 13.7 points, but not a hero game. So I miss on that one. Don't feel great about it. I thought with the Panthers offense being a little sputtered that David Montgomery would get some more run. He did. He got 19 carries. He just didn't do a lot with it. And OBJ, well, I wasn't planning on Baker Mayfield to stink up the entire state of Pennsylvania like he did. So OBJ, he hurt your team this week with only 4.5 points, 2 catches for 25 yards. That hurt real bad. And I am so friggin' done with Evan Ingram. I'm just so done.
I don't know. What do we get? I don't know what it is. Is it Daniel Jones refused to use the tight end?
Well, Daniel Jones bad. Well, Daniel Jones refuses to be good. I think that's the biggest problem.
That's fair. He
only threw for 112 yards today.
No, he is in a definitive sophomore slump. But again, this is the Jason Garrett effect. This is what happens when you have a crap offensive coordinator and a young quarterback.
All right, I want to talk about this guy right here, Odell Beckham. You brought it up. You said because of his quarterback play. Baker Mayfield, the ribs obviously were pretty bad, and as soon as he took a couple hits from that Pittsburgh defense, and Pittsburgh even said going into the game, their plan was to take Baker out pretty much.
They did.
They literally did.
Yeah, and Case Keenum came in. If Baker misses time with Case Keenum there, are we worried? How worried are you? Does it change anything?
No. I think he'll take more shots.
He ain't got nothing to lose. Is it the Ryan Fitzpatrick effect?
Case Keenum was just as effective as Baker was.
Yeah, I think it'll present more opportunity. Maybe not volume wise, but at least deep shots for at least OBJ. Jarvis Landry might suffer because he's probably not looking that way, but I think it helps OBJ out.
It doesn't matter at this point. The way Baker played today, they're all going to suffer. So they're going to suffer one way or another. This was a solid game for OBJ to just ball out, and unfortunately, it just didn't happen. Man, Baker stunk it up, dude. On OBJ, he just took his shoes. There was like 8 minutes left. He just took his shoes off. He's chilling over there on the sideline. Like, yeah, I'm done. This whole game's done.
Well, they probably told him you're not going back in because he was questionable because of the illness.
Yeah.
He tried to have a flu game like Michael Jordan, didn't plan out. Landry came in banged up as well.
Flu.
Yeah, Michael Jordan's a pathological liar. So.
Damon brings up a good point here. The Steelers have the Browns number no matter how they go. The Browns think they are.
True story. Yeah.
Because I mean, usually this is when the Browns coach is going to get fired. After the game at Pittsburgh, it's usually when they fire their coach.
Yeah, that's true. No, 4-2 isn't.
The last 3 coaches have been fired after the Steelers game.
I saw the circle of life for Baker's Mayfield. It's like be underrated, get trashed by a good opponent, get underrated again, beat a terrible opponent. Now you're overrated, and it's just like a circle of life of how trash Baker Mayfield is. And honestly,
so this is his 4th coach in 3 years. He's had more head coaches than he's had years.
Yeah, we've talked about that before.
So I mean, I want to give him, because Hugh Jackson was rookie year, and he got fired.
Yeah,
and then Greg Williams came in and coached.
Oh, I don't count that.
Then Kitchens came in, and Greg Williams is having some problems with the Jets right now. He's trying to take that job.
Yeah, he is.
But all right, let's get into Eric's heroes.
Yeah. Well, those are looking good.
Yeah, I did okay.
Stafford one work out.
Not so great. Not as good as your trash Kirk Cousins call.
You had Matt Stafford. I don't know if you have his numbers, but if this is 4 point per touchdown pass, he had 13.3 points, and he was QB 18. And in a 1 QB league, QB 18 ain't really great, boys.
No,
ain't gonna do it.
It's not.
That is not gonna get it done.
No, he was 19 of 31, 223 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 pick. DeAndre Swift looked real good though, so I'll take that.
He did. DeAndre Swift did look good, but he ain't up here.
Classic.
Your other guy is though.
Yeah,
Rojo.
your boy.
My boy Rojo.
23
carries for 113 yards and 2 scores. Yeah, he had a good day. A couple of catches, a little extra yardage there. As long as Lenny being the late scratch really helped me out there.
Yes, it did.
If he ever, I think if Rojo, there was a stat like a couple weeks ago on Twitter from one of the big guys. If he averages like 20 touches, he averages like 16. If he gets 20 touches, he averages like 16 fantasy points a game. So
this is 3 games in a row Rojo's had over 100 yards. So
he's the real deal.
He might be locking up this number 1 spot, which is really, really good. He's gotten better in pass protection, and
he's gotten better in it. But Brady is – they talked about his stance being different because the center has been shooting just the ball out all over the place. So he had to take a more athletic stance back there is what he said. But it's because Aikman's like, it's because the ball's coming out hot and he's got to react to it very fast.
Yeah.
So he doesn't have times like normally Brady's feet are already set to throw the ball from the shotgun, but now he has to kind of have that other.
Yeah.
Oh, poor Tom. He's got to make adjustments.
No, but I'm just saying he barks at him, and Rojo drops the ball. Isn't great in the passing down, drops easy passes, and Tom don't like that a lot. Leonard Fournette doesn't drop him. He might go down right after.
Throw it somewhere else there, Tom.
So there it is. Damian brings it up. Rojo, 3 consecutive games with over 100 yards. I like it a lot. I just worry that if Fournette's out there, Fournette's going to steal a lot of the work.
Yeah, he's a ride the hot hand, sell high guy. So if you can,
so Julian Edelman,
do it.
I'm going to chalk this up as he was hurt. The knee wasn't right.
That's fair. Cam was not good. So
also, if you want to look, he has yet to play 80% of the snaps for the Patriots this year.
Yeah,
in any single game.
That's not good.
Which is usually not a Julian thing. Well, he was a quarterback.
Yeah, once upon a time.
4.3 points.
Yeah. He was second on the team in targets, which was nice, but yeah, just Couldn't
Cam
get
didn't
anything
look
going.
good either, though. This looked like a team that's only practiced 2 times in the past 2 weeks. This is what it looked like, and that's
They're
exactly
no Titans. There are no Titans.
Yeah.
Well, the Titans probably still were. The Titans probably were still practicing. Let's be honest. They don't believe in the rules.
That's right. Hey, you got to remember, their coach fell off the old Bill Belichick tree. So, I mean,
he also fell off the Romeo Cornell tree.
Hey, since we're talking about this game, Josh, were you afraid that your team was going to give this game away? Because they were certainly trying to at the end there.
Oh yeah, 100%, 100%.
Field goals.
Yeah,
field goals.
Without Brandon McManus's leg, we got nothing. So I'm really glad. Even Drew Lock absolutely did not need to throw that second interception. There was no need for it. We needed just a first down, and instead he's like, "Got to throw it deep. Got to throw it deep. Only choice I got. Can't do anything else." I'm like,
he's got that Ben Roethlisberger mentality. He just wants to sling it.
All right, what about this guy down the bottom? Who is that?
My boy Trey Watch, Trey Burton.
Trey Watch?
I mean, you talked about him, Brad. You were on board before I was. Both of you guys were. So
he hurt Josh's heart a few years ago. So Josh,
he did.
I think we've all been burned by Trey Burton at one time or another. Let's be honest.
Yeah, the Patriots really got burned by him one time or another.
Hey!
Yeah, 4 for 58 and a score though. He looked pretty good. 5 targets. So
he was really good today. I mean, I was so happy to see Trey Burton back into
it. He did scare me at the end of the game there. He came up a little lame, and the trainers had to come out and look at him. But from what I've heard, he was good to go. He went back in the game, so not a big deal. But it was a little bit like, are you kidding me, man? Is this Jordan Reed all over again? Is he going to be the next Jordan Reed? All the talent, just can't put it all together.
Oh, yeah. Our Jonathan Taylor.
Yeah, go ahead.
Our Jonathan Taylor owners just super upset that he snaked that touchdown, that 1-yard run. They probably are.
Yeah.
Of course they are. Of course they are. I am very much.
It's like, why is Trey Burton getting goal line work? But
Damian brought up a good point here. Who's winning the Brady Belichick divorce?
Oh, right now
Brady
it's Brady.
Winning?
Yeah, right now it's Brady for sure.
I mean,
nice big win over the Packers. He's
in
the easier division.
The Packers. Yeah,
Brady's got a real good defense. He's got a good running game to protect him. He's got good receivers. Like, what else? What more could you want? He couldn't have really landed in much better of a situation than he did.
And Damian brings up another good point here. He says the Colts really want Trey Burton to be a thing. I don't know if it's the Colts as much as it is Phillip Rivers, because he's like, look, T.Y., you're really good at going deep. I can't get it down there, though.
I can't.
Trey Burton's about 15 yards in front of me. I can get that there.
Yep.
I want Trey Burton to be a thing. I've wanted this for years, and he just keeps hurting me. So I don't know. You know, Phillip Rivers, he can't throw deep. So I'm thinking that he's going to be the guy that's going to continue. I mean, you saw he made Mo Alley Cox a thing.
Yeah.
So
now, who is hurt? Are you worried if he comes back that he becomes more of a 3-headed monster? Because Jack Doyle did catch touchdown pass.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it absolutely could be. There's no telling, but you know that Phillip Rivers is going to use a tight end. We just got to figure out which one is the tight end one.
Yeah, but Phillip Rivers has never had 3 tight ends. He's only ever had 1. Virgil Green was usually his number 2, and it was like,
yeah, I think
he would snake a few here and there, but yeah, he never really was a consistent presence.
So for me, I think it's going to be the guy who can be on the field at the same. So I think it's going to end up being Trey Burton and Mo Alley Cox would be the main beneficiaries here because they are better blockers than Jack Doyle is. So the more you can be on the field and then you can break away, you can run a quick route. Those are going to be I think Jack Doyle will be the odd man out is what I'm saying.
Okay. Yep. Now let's go to my heroes here. Times. Eric, you're going to be on the screen with me because that's the way I cut this up to make me fit.
Works.
Andy Dalton hasn't played, so I haven't missed that one yet.
The red rifle. Go get him. Go get him.
Miles Gaskins, though. Little that's who that is, right? Miles Gaskins. That's who I picked.
Yeah.
RB5 right now. 16.6 points. The Jets are bad. I don't care what Greg Williams says.
The Jets are bad.
The defense is just as bad as the offense. So Miles Gaskins, he's just good. Like he's not amazing.
No.
I don't know if he's more than just a guy, but he's a
borderline jag. Yeah.
So I saw this during the game too. He has the highest catch percentage for a running back who gets the ball thrown to him. He catches over 90. I think it was 2% of the passes.
Nice.
I mean, he caught off 4 today.
So that's what I'm saying. Like when they drop it down to him, he's going to catch it. And in PPR, give me the point.
Yeah. Also from this exact same game, Mike Gesicki goosed me, so that was great. Felt real good about that. I just wanted to point that out. Thanks, Mike.
And then
Thanks, Ryan.
I don't know if you look at the top left corner here. You guys see it here. You see, is he in the end zone? Because that's where he was today. I'm just saying.
Jefferson?
Oh, it
is
is
him.
39.6 points. He is currently wide receiver 1 on the week. Yes, I know Tyreek Hill still has to play. DeAndre Hopkins still has to play. But, man, is he going to make it hard for them to get up there. Dude's good.
He's a real deal. Yep.
You're not going to bring CeeDee Lamb into this conversation? I mean, he hasn't played yet either.
This whole receiver class is looking great. I mean, Jerry Jeudy needs a quarterback, but other than that, these young receivers are looking real good.
And next year is supposed to be just as good, if not better.
Alabama's got 2 more coming out that are fire. I mean, it's
they made Georgia look stupid. Like I watched it. Like Georgia was like, "Hey, we're winning," and then Alabama said, "Hey, defense, play. Don't let them score again." And the offense said, "Yeah, we're gonna have some fun with this."
Yeah, but we haven't even seen what all of these guys can do yet. I mean, the guy up in New York has been banged up. The guy, what's the guy that got
Jalen Reagor.
Jalen Reagor. He's been banged. He hasn't done a lot yet. So, I mean, they've either been fire or hurt, and that's really it. There's been no in between.
And what you forget is they've all missed the preseason, so they're still getting their timing down with these quarterbacks. They're still getting used to getting like actual coverage from really good corners. You know what I'm saying? From NFL corners.
Henry Ruggs, another one.
Yeah, he's mossing guys. They're all very athletic. Yeah. They're all very talented.
They're real good.
Higgins, just ridiculous class, boys.
Now I want to ask you guys: did I hit on Hockenson or not? He had 9.7 points, which doesn't sound great, but he's tied in 13.
Then no, you did not hit.
But look at the tight ends that are ahead of him: Darren Fells, Adam Shaheen.
Don't care.
Nick Boyle.
You should have picked one of those guys.
Yeah, and we're talking about a hit or a miss. We're talking about a hero.
Of the guys you would have started, he's probably tied in 6.
Of the guys you actually would have played.
We're talking about heroes though, guys that can win your week.
Let's call it a wash. We'll call it.
Not a hero, but he
wasn't a villain. He wasn't a villain. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Sidekick is a good one.
He's at least Alfred the Butler.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a sidekick. Right. We used to have sidekicks.
We did.
Bring him back.
Yeah. All right, let's go to these villains.
Ooh, villains. Who wants to start it off?
I'll start.
Eric.
Because I did okay. I feel like I did okay.
I like you guys being on screen because I can drink and not worry about being on camera and
drink and know things.
Well, I can also pay attention and not have to look at the screen. But go ahead. You want to start with your quarterback?
No, I want to start with my running back because he was actually pretty good. He was my miss. Yep. So as Brad put it so well, I think last week or the show before that, pick one of my villains because one of them's going to pop off. You just got to figure out whose it's going to be. And it was James Conner, 20 carries, 101 yards, touchdown, a couple of receptions, and a little bit of receiving yardage. So,
I mean,
James Conner, I missed on.
You did miss. Yes, you did miss. But he is RB4, and he had 17 points. But he's almost 10 points away from RB3. It wasn't like he was that close to being like had Alvin Kamara and had some of these other big running backs play. I think it would have fell down a little bit more, and it wouldn't look as bad of a pick.
Yeah, but he still had a good day for you.
Yeah, so you still weren't benching him.
Yeah, he just really doesn't get any receiving work anymore, which is kind of disappointing. But Damian says, and the guy who was getting the most hype heading into the season, Raiders rookie Bryan Edwards, has been disappointing. Yeah, unfortunately. So. Yeah, you can't hit on all of them.
He's been hurt,
and hopefully
he'll get healthy. He looked good when he was healthy.
Yeah, he'll be okay. I think he'll be good.
And then just to lead you into this next part, Eric Damian wants to say something.
I play Eric for my Packers, but you blame me for their poor performance? Yeah, I mean, you can. Usually I say they're going to be bad and they go off. So I figured they were going to light that Tampa Bay defense up after I picked 3 of them. Because I didn't really pay attention when I did it. Oh, there we go. Yep.
There's the blame. Yep.
I mean, you can blame me.
Autocorrect.
That's my wife's team too, so sad for them. But yeah, Rodgers just absolutely abysmal today.
Can we use the word horrendous?
Yeah. Abysmal, horrendous, shockingly bad.
He did throw a touchdown.
Pathetic.
Ooh.
He did, and then after he threw the touchdown, he did the Hingle McCringle. Or no, after he actually he brought back Hingle McCringleberry today. Did you guys see that?
Are you
Yeah, that was today.
Are you sure he threw a touchdown?
Yeah, he did. To the Bucks.
To the Bucks. Oh yeah, okay. I was gonna say, according to ESPN, he threw 2 interceptions, but that's right. He did. He had that early one. Yeah, that early interception went back for a touchdown.
Sure did.
Yeah, 16 of 35. I don't remember the last time he was below 50%.
The Packers have not turned the ball over all season.
It was ugly.
That was their first turnover was a pick 6. So I guess if you're going to do it, you can do it big.
Yeah, true story. That Tampa Bay defense is real. Like, they got some teeth. They're real good. So, yeah, Rodgers.
And I love JPP calling out, like, line stuff. Like, him and the other dude just signaling him, the other defensive end, or just signaling each other. Like, and we're just going to meet at the quarterback. We got a date, and it's right where he's standing.
Yeah, he got sacked 4 times. They lost 42 yards on that. And he was under duress all day, as the announcers like to say. So, and then in turn, that made Devontae Adams. He had 12 points. He still got 10 targets. Like, he did okay for you, but not Devontae Adams numbers. I mean, everybody assumed he would be either the wide receiver 1 or 2 this year, behind maybe Mike. Help me out.
Michael Thomas.
Yeah. So
it's Michael, not Mike. Mike Thomas plays for the Bengals.
Excuse me. My bad.
We got to be careful here.
So Devontae Adams, only 12 points, not a great day. And then the TE1, or close to the TE1, Robert Tonyan, he had 3 catches for 25 yards and only had 4 targets today. So
he was tight end 23. So in a 2 tight end league, still starting.
in a super flex tight end premium with
No.
All right, since I got this set up like this, go ahead, Josh. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just saying you nailed it this week. 3 out of 4. That's pretty good.
I did okay. I did all right.
I'll take that.
I'll take it. Yep, absolutely.
Oh, here we go. Well, I nailed all of mine, and I feel real good about it. We'll start with old Teddy B. Now, Teddy B had a horrendous game. 11.44 points in 4-point touchdown leagues. Not good. He ran the ball 8 times for 48 yards, and that kind of helped him a little bit, but he had 2 interceptions, no touchdowns. The Panthers looked real bad today. Unfortunately, that meant that the wide receivers didn't have a great day, but, DJ Moore still had 93 yards and Robbie Anderson had 77, but I nailed it. Felt really good about that. The Bears defense, bad. And then Joe Mixon. We'll start him off next. Joey boy. Well, we already talked about how he got hurt. He was having a good day until he got hurt. 14.9 points. So what was his finish for the day, Brad? I know you have it in front of you.
I can pull it up.
I got it right now. Don't even worry about it. Don't even worry about it.
Why did you ask him that?
I thought that he would have had it, but
Jamie, can you pull it up for him?
He's running back 9 right now. So I don't know if it's really a hit.
It is because
and Damian brings up a great point. Noah Fant didn't play. You really going to call that a hit?
No. Yeah.
Hey, he was doubtful going into that game, and you're like,
if you would have started him, it would have hurt you. So
yeah, okay. Well, in my case, Alvin Kamara was my villain running back then. Okay.
Well, it's too late now. You already called.
Hey, I said that last week. Get out of here.
No, I understand that. Whatever. It doesn't count. Fine, if that's what you want to say. And then Darius Slayton, even though he scored the touchdown, I was right because right now he's the 26th best wide receiver. So
he has 11 points with a touchdown.
Yeah, not good.
Yeah. Not good at all. I had to look at it. I was like, he got a touchdown. Why is he like, ooh.
Then you look at Danny Jones's numbers. Basically, a lot of the quarterbacks were just terrible today, and their teams suffered across the board because of it. So,
hit heroes. Wrong one.
Yeah, right now, do you guys want to take a guess at, I don't know, J.D. McKissick? Did you know that he's the running back 10 on the week?
I mean, check down.
Yeah. He's no Derrick Henry, but
yeah. We'll talk about. I want to talk about the big dogs here, like the guys who just came out and balled out here in a second. But
I need to look at that actually.
At the ballers. But I do want to talk about mine. Mine's gonna be quick and easy because Eric has already covered my tight end, Robert Tonyan, because I refused to pick a different one.
Right. Yep, we did.
My wide receiver and my quarterback play on Monday night, so they're going to play tonight. But my running back, Todd Gurley, he was not good, boys. Not good at all. Pull this up real quick.
He did get like 26 touches though, which
makes it even worse, doesn't it? When he only had 9.7 points.
Where's all this volume coming from all of a sudden now?
He is an RB2, but there's still 4 teams to play.
Yeah.
Todd Gurley was not good. Minnesota's run defense stepped up. I don't know. I really thought Atlanta was trying to blow that game. They got up and they tried to blow the game, throw it away.
Well, I mean, you said it. You said you don't beat Minnesota on the ground. You beat them through the air.
Yeah.
You said it on the preview show. So. And
Julio Jones was back, and they made sure to give him them touchdowns.
Yeah, you got a two-piece nug.
Yeah. So, I mean, really that's it, my villains. Hopefully we'll see Monday night how this goes. Right now I'm sitting good, but I got some big dogs up there that could really blow this up.
I like it. Let's do it. Let's blow this thing up. Is there anything that you guys want to address this week? I mean, the Niners outplayed the Rams. That was kind of discouraging. The Rams offense looked out of sorts again. But Robert Woods scored a touchdown again. Cooper Kupp had some pretty costly drops in this game. That wasn't good. But the wide receiving core looked like they're getting some things together for the Niners. Deebo Samuel, he was doing pretty good again.
They're finding ways to get them the ball.
Yeah. Well, they tried to
carry to seal the game away, or not carry, pass technically, but they're finding ways to get them the ball in space where they can thrive. Brandon Ayuk and Deebo Samuel. And then George Kittle's just a man.
A grown man.
So
as
good.
Scooter Magruder likes to say, he's a grown man.
Is Gronk back?
No, stop.
He had 78 yards.
He's not
touchdown.
He's not back, but I think tight end wise, he will be a serviceable tight end.
He led the team in receiving yards.
That was also because Mike Evans is banged up and Chris Godwin ran a bad route to begin with, and Tom Brady made sure to let him know.
I'm just saying, Gronk led the team. I mean, I thought that it was pretty good from him. I mean, I think it's just something to keep an eye on. I'm not saying get crazy with it, but that is something that I would pay attention to. Phillip Lindsay had a good game in Melvin Gordon's absence. He had over 100 yards rushing. That was important. Any
Deshaun Watson, is he back?
He had a great game. It started really slow, but, he's the QB1 right now in the week with 32 points, 4 touchdowns, 335 yards, no picks. He looked good. He looked good. He looked really, really good. And he's getting Brandon Cooks involved now a little bit more. And Will Fuller, obviously, when he's right, things are all right. So, I don't know, man. I think he could be back. Darren Fells looks like a serviceable tight end right now.
Okay, no.
He does.
So,
he does.
Deshaun is just like Dak right now. He's going to beat up on bad teams. He's going to pad his stats, and he's not going to do anything against any good teams. You saw the first, 3 games of the season when they played Pittsburgh and 2 other good teams, and then he didn't look good. So,
I don't know. I think a lot of that is Bill O'Brien too, because Bill O'Brien was trying to suck in more and more control. He was calling plays. I mean, they looked good today, and Tennessee's no slouch. I mean, they're a good team. I don't know. I think that Deshaun Watson, he's going to be playing a lot better football going forward.
I mean, I hope so, but man, I don't know. With that team around, the team that he has around him, it's just going to be tough, I feel like.
So Damien's got a good thing here. What are the Jets going to do with the number 1 pick? Are they going to go with Lawrence? I think they do. I think they trade good old Sam Darnold away.
We get for Savior Sam.
And then Sam goes to another place, and he looks like Ryan Tannehill, and he's amazing. Ryan Tannehill is QB3 right now in the week and is just lighting it up. I'm just saying, he's making good throws. I thought last year was a fluke, and last year was not a fluke with Tannehill. He's athletic. He knows when to run. He knows when to throw the ball.
When he's actually coached up right, and he's got a running game.
And it does help his play action with Derrick Henry is really nice.
Yeah. He's got the running game. But like most quarterbacks in the league, if you have a good running game, they thrive because they have play action. They have time to throw the ball. They have time to go through the reads. Dak Prescott.
For his first 2 years were a lot of play action.
Yeah. So I think they go Lawrence. If I'm them though, I trade that pick and get a king's ransom for it.
They're not
That's
going
what I
to.
would do. I mean, they need more than just a quarterback. So,
And then Eric, you brought up DeAndre Swift. He had 2 touchdowns. Adrian Peterson got the first one, but he got 2.
get out of
Big
here,
game for him.
Step aside for the future.
He's gonna be a thing. He can't. There's nothing we can do about that. He's gonna be a thing.
We were so close to Matt Patricia getting fired. Oh, we were so close.
When is Adam Gase going to get fired? He got shut out today.
He's not. He's not.
This is insane. It's insane.
They can't fire him.
What do you mean they can't fire him? They
Can't do it.
So I got around the NFL did another good conspiracy about why Adam Gase is still the coach of the New York Jets. It's because the owner, Woody Johnson, is really big into British Parliament, and Adam Gase knows a lot of British Parliament stuff because he studied it in college.
Oh, that's why he's bad at being a football coach? Because he has no idea.
No, he's there because he has all inside information about British Parliament, and the owner likes that. He doesn't even see what happens. I know. It's just something. I love those guys.
Unreal.
So I wish that I could just keep sucking at every job and just keep getting better jobs. That would be great.
Man, he's still living on Peyton Manning. How many years ago was that?
I mean, you know how great it is to be like, you know what? I know I'm not good right now, but just
let me ask you this though.
One more chance. I'll be
if
better.
he got fired, let's say Adam Gase gets fired, would you hire him as a GM though? Because he can bring talent in. He knows talented people. He doesn't know how to use them.
No, I don't think he does know what talented people are. He didn't know. Yeah, I don't think he knows. Remember, he was trying to sit Devontae Parker.
Mm-hmm.
He benched him.
He was benching Le'Veon Bell. I love Frank Gore, but let's be honest, Frank Gore ain't no spring kitchen.
God, I hope Bell pops off next week, and then the Jets ownership are like, all right, we got to get rid of this guy. Like, we could have had that guy. Like, you're gone. You're out of here.
So, Josh, I want you to go ahead and Damien has a question for you, or just more of a statement. What do you think about this?
Kissy face McKissick got more work than Antonio Gibson with the Redskins. I mean, the Washington football team. Yeah, that was very discouraging. That was incredibly discouraging.
Yeah.
I'm an Antonio Gibson truther, but I think right now with Kyle Allen, they don't really know what he's much more limited athletically than Dwayne Haskins was. So I think that they're trying to use J.D. McKissick a bit more. And it was very unfortunate because they used all 3 running backs today. I don't know. It seems like Antonio Gibson's had a couple of bad weeks in a row now, and maybe they're just not ready for him to be fully incorporated in this offense yet. I don't know. It's not good, though.
Brandon Cooks, second big game in a row.
Yeah, I feel good about him.
I mean, is he somebody you're willing to start with all the bye weeks going on and everything? I haven't looked at buys next week off the top of my head, but is he a dude you're looking at going forward as being that bye week plug-in can get you 20 points?
Yeah, man. I mean, I had to start Damian Harris in a league today, okay? So, didn't feel good about it. But you know what? Between COVID, injuries, and games getting rescheduled and stuff, sometimes you got to do what you got to do. And right now, I feel pretty good about Brandon Cooks. I wouldn't feel nearly as nervous about starting him as I would of Damian Harris. I mean,
so next week you're going to lose Jefferson and Thielen. You lose Devontae Parker. You're going to lose Gesicki, Burton.
Devontae Parker just had a bye week last week, bud.
That's what ESPN showed.
No, sorry, not Devontae Parker. I'm thinking Devontae Adams. Never mind.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh,
and then you're going to lose the Ravens receivers. So Andrews and Brown.
Yeah, so. Andrews. We can talk about that.
CH got traded in our Bravo Dynasty League basically for Gibson.
Yeah, wow. That did happen.
I think that's a little early. I think that's like a panic.
Hopefully there were some picks thrown in there with that.
What are the full details on that?
There was a little bit of there were some picks in there. I saw that thing happen. I was like, man, I wish I'd have got in on that. But anyway, that
seems like a panic reaction to me. But
it probably was.
Never know.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean,
I think that's it. I think that's it. Unless you guys got any hitters on week 6, any quick things. Obviously, listen to the Average Bros. They will break down a lot more of the big dogs, and I think they call them their winners. Yeah, top dogs. Yep. So listen to Average Bros.
They're Tuesday nights, and then Fanatically Real on Wednesday nights. And Derrick Henry's already got 101 carries and is projected to go over 400 this season. So.
And I played him in Dynasty this week, or not in Dynasty, in FSA redraft, and it did not go well. My team ain't doing bad. It would have beat Eric's team, but hey,
Yeah,
Number
my team tanked today. I'm not number one anymore. Not yet. Not after today.
You're not number one. You're not number one.
Yeah,
All right,
Aaron
Josh.
Rodgers jumped on my team.
Send us home.
Thanks for tuning in to the Empty Wagon Fantasy Football Podcast, brought to you by Fantasy Sports Alliance, powered by Football Darts. Yeah, we're tripling up here. So you can hit Brad up at Tack Jones on Twitter. Eric is going to be at GunsOfEld19 on Twitter, and I'm at FF Josh Hughes on Twitter. We're also going to be Empty Wagon FF on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. Yeah, I know I got mine on tonight too. Brad probably not representing for us.
He's got Yoda on.
That doesn't. Well, it's all right.
Don't
That's a pat.
wear the concert tee for the concert you're going to.
Anyway, yeah. So hit us up this week, guys. Let us know what's going on. We appreciate all the love. We're so fortunate and thankful to be part of the Fantasy Sports Alliance family. So please check us out on Facebook and YouTube now. We're all together in this thing. We're trying to make this thing work. So help us out, support us. Check out this website, fsa-fr.com. It is blowing up, boys and girls. Have a good week, and we'll see you on Friday.